Hey guys, how's it going? Jay here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a special day. So last time this year, we reached 20,000 subscribers, and that was my Christmas gift from you guys. And this year, it's been a huge success. We're almost at 40,000 subscribers. Now the year hasn't ended yet, and we're almost at 37,000, 38,000 subscribers right now. So it's been a great year. Lots of stuff happened this year, but audio went strong, and thankfully for us audiophiles, it has been a great year. A lot of great products, and as you can see, we have 8 awards today. So starting from my left, we have the 3 budget awards. We have 1 budget speaker award, and then 2 budget component awards. And then we have the big guy. We have the product of the year 2020 year award. This goes to only 1 product. And then we have the specialty award, which goes out to specific speakers and components that has to do with home theater, near field, and stuff like that. Stuff for specific use. And then we have the price no object award, 1 for speakers and 1 for components. So I'll explain through each of these awards, but each of these were very, very tough to choose, as you can imagine, and we'll start revealing them. Now let's start with this guy. The best bang for the buck speaker 2020. And this one goes out to Tecton Lore. So this award had to go out to a speaker that really justified its price point, and really something that a lot of us can afford, but at the same time something that is abnormally good for the price. Something that really I felt was truly deserving of this award. Best bang for the buck speaker for 2020. And that's Tecton Lore. And this is weird because this product has been out for like 20 years and it has seen improvements over the years. But the main criteria for these awards is not that it was out in 2020, because there's so many products that I can say if it's out in 2020. These are more components and speakers that I've reviewed on this channel in 2020. And I think that's only fair. So this was a great one. Absolutely love it. Next up, we have the best bang for the buck component award. And this one goes out to, it's a long name. It's a long name. Burson Soloist 3X Performance. So this is the best bang for the buck component award 2020. Now, because it's Christmas season, I think they made a mistake by putting best bang for the buck speaker twice and on all the best bang for the buck awards. But let's keep it going. It's our first time giving out any type of physical award, so let's keep it positive. I'll fix this later if Burson wants the award, but yeah, Burson Soloist 3X Performance. This was a great component. I thought it was such a great headphone amplifier, such a powerful Class A headphone amplifier. But at the same time, for stereo people like us, it was such a great preamplifier. I loved it. And a lot of my patrons bought it. They just love it to death. And I think it really deserves that award. I mean, I put it side by side with many preamplifiers in many different price categories. And this is such a great little preamplifier and amplifier. And I love that it doesn't have an internal DAC. So you can use a separate DAC if you wish to. Okay, moving on. We have another best bang for the buck component, and that's the R8. Now they made a mistake on this one as well, like I said, but let's keep the positivity going again. Now Wilsonton R8 is probably one of the most deserving of this award. And I say that because for the money, it was such a great integrated tube amplifier. And for people that have never experienced tube amplifiers before, this was it. I don't think that I can recommend another tube amplifier that's integrated for this price and have, trialed ultra linear mode, switch back and forth, easy biasing, and overall just a great design, great craftsmanship for the price. And I have to say, this one really nailed it. And you can really tell because a lot of people bought it, and it overall has really good feedback from many users. And also, that video got 150,000 views, and I think that's like the most viewed video on our channel so far. So that was impressive. That was an accomplishment for everyone. My channel, the people who make Wilsonton, God knows who they are, and you guys who bought it and is still watching this video and enjoying it and laughing. Good times. Now moving on, we have the specialty awards. Like I said, this is for special awards that goes out to products for special applications. So first of all, we have Best Home Theater Speaker 2020. Now, we didn't have a lot to choose from. I mean, we had Tectons, we had Vocals, we had Klipsch, but at the same time, I just knew it from the moment that this product came in. I just knew that this was it for home theater. It was crisp. It had really, really good bass authority for the size and the price. And also you could add a subwoofer. This was a great home theater speaker. And I think a lot of people would agree with me since it's used for home theater use quite a bit. And this is the Klipsch R-Piece 8000F. So this was a floor standing speaker, very crisp, very good projection. And for movies and dialects and stuff like that, this was such a great speaker. And I think one of my favorite speakers for home theater so far in terms of this price range. Also, my girlfriend very much approves of this speaker. She loves it to death. So here we go. Now, this award right here is a special one. It's the Best Nearfield Speaker 2020. Now, I personally didn't have anything. I loved some of the nearfield speakers that I reviewed so far, but I didn't think that any of them really deserved this award. And also, there are a few nearfield speakers coming up that I think really deserves this award. But again, I haven't gotten to review them yet. So a shout out to LS35A Sound Artist that's coming up. I think is one of the best nearfield speakers that are out there for the price. But so far, none that really deserve this award. So I was gonna skip it until my other reviewer, Tujin, he recently did a review of this speaker and he thought this was one of the best nearfield speakers ever existent. So this award actually comes from him and his heart. This award goes out to the Fine F500 speakers. Now note that the Fine F500 doesn't have to be used near field. He actually brought it in for me to hear and we used it in our stereo system. And it sounded really great in normal stereo situations as well. And but he really liked it near field. So that's why he's giving this award to Fine Audio. There you go. Now, this is the exciting ones. This is the Price No Object Awards. Now we have two of them. One is for component and one is for speakers. And really there has been a lot of thought that went into these awards because this is not just good for the price, but it has to be something that I think, regardless of price, just great, regardless of price. And that was tough. There was a lot of choices that needed to be made. But before we go into this award, I do want to give a shout out to the Bucard A500 active speakers. I would have given that speaker an award this year, but perhaps next year because I haven't gotten to review it yet. I think that's the future of audio to a certain point, but we'll keep that for that review. Excellent speakers that looks out to the future. Props to them. Okay, so the best Price No Object component of the year is the Dodge 7 DAC that I reviewed. So this was a tube DAC and it had clarity capacitors inside. Overall, I love the idea of combining the best of digital with the best of analogs. And I love the fact that they practiced the wonderful thing in the industry where they collaborated and brought a person who's really good at digital and they took the analog section and then they combined it. So this really touched a good spot. It just sounded so good that I just gave the highest recommendations to my Patreons and to you guys. And it just made a cut this year in terms of its award, best award that I gave. So this one, Price No Object component 2020, this was the choice. And like I said, this was a hard choice because there was a lot of competition. There was the Dana Frips that was just so close, but this also had to do a lot with the preference and my experience with a lot of the components. Everything was just a smidge. Now this one, I think some of you guys can guess, but this was, regardless of price, my favorite speakers almost period this year. And this was the Alta Alec. Absolutely deserving this award. Yes, it's on the pricey side, but again, this is a price no object speaker award, and I can choose from any price point I want. And if I had to choose from this year's stuff that I reviewed, and with no price in mind, this is what I would get. This is the Alta Alec speakers, and I absolutely loved it. Great bass punch, just from top to bottom. It was flawless in my opinion. And for the price, I just think this is such a great speaker. So yeah, well deserved in my opinion. Now moving on, the final award. Product of the Year 2020. This is a big one. Now for this award, I had to keep the price in mind. This is not a price no object award. This had to be something that was really good for the price, but not only that, something that topped everything in terms of price to performance ratio. And that's hard to justify. You know how hard it is in audio. So this was my opinion. It took me a long time and a lot of thought to come up with this award because this is coming from me. My reputation is online. And so I really have to think hard on what I give the award to. And this, I really thought deserved it. This is something that I think most people can afford, something that most people will have no problem enjoying, and something that I am proud to have in my own stereo system. And if it comes down to it, this is perhaps one of the best speakers I've seen in a long time in this price range. So this one goes to, drumroll please, the Tecton Lore speakers. This speaker was just absolutely fabulous for the price. The way it was tuned, it was ridiculously good. I could see that a lot of effort went into this over the 20 years of improving this design by Eric, the engineer from Tecton. And for the price, I just couldn't think of another best price to performance ratio speaker or component that I reviewed this year that competed with it. So yeah, the Tecton Lore takes the two. It takes the Best Bang for the Buck Award 2020 as well as the Product of the Year 2020. Now with that being said, we're gonna make this a tradition. If any of the companies want their awards, we'll ship it out to you at our expense. And also this year for you guys, I can't promise this every year, but we will be giving away the Tecton Lore. And we'll announce the winner. We'll put the end date in the description below. So happy Christmas everyone, happy year. It's been a tough year, but looking ahead, 2021, let's hope for the best. And it will be a better one, hopefully. So thank you very much guys for watching. Thank you so much for this year, for everyone that was watching. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.